Hey, Scrapper Names fans, welcome back. Another process video for you. I've got this 12 by 12 layout, which was actually for the Scrap the Girls January challenge. So I know it is the 1st of February when this will probably go up. I did miss my window this week of putting it up for you, but I never fear, it is here. So what I'm doing is starting with a blank piece of Kaiser Craft cardstock. I've got my Dilutions Gelli plate, which I haven't used for ages, so I decided I wanted to have a crack at it. So I'm just having a fiddle here. And as I said, that photo that you saw at the beginning is of my best friend and I at the Flutterby Designs retreat, Create by the Lake, not last year, the year before. Our first retreat together. Now, I am going to confess here, I am still learning the Gelli plate way. So if you're watching this and getting anxiety because, oh my God, what am I doing? I apologise now. And the whole colour wheel thing and that sort of arty kind of stuff isn't always my strong point. So I've added these three colours, which actually in the end I really liked the look of. Although it did go a bit dark. I probably shouldn't have added the black, but that's okay. I did add some layers of paint with it. Gelli plate, I know why I did this. I was inspired by I made this with the Inky Quill scrap stream, so I was a bit inspired while that was on to use this, because I know she used hers much better at it than I did, but nonetheless. So for those not used to it, Gelli plate is like, literally it's like a piece of a plate, like thin-ish, it's thick I guess, wobbly jelly kind of feel type thing, and then you use a brayer, which is what I'm using there to roll the paint, to smooth the paint over the surface. Now I've discovered you don't need to use lots, it's supposed to just be a thin layer of paint. I'm just adding an extra bit here because I didn't like the colour just yet. I've used Flutterby Design Pink, the Kaiser Blue, and I think a Kaiser Black as well. Now I'm using some of the art foamies that were created by the Flutterby owner, Anita. So just stamping them around, trying to be as random as I can. Don't know if you can hear the helicopter in the background, I apologise. We are in Canberra and we are at a state of emergency with the bushfires. So there's lots of noise going on at the moment. Yes. So there's my print. I decided to try and get it to smoosh all the way around the edge because it's not a 12 by 12 Gelli plate. I don't even know if you can get a 12 by 12 Gelli plate. You probably could. So I'm just, trying to use it all up. And then I sit it aside to dry. Now, I am going through some papers here, which are paper packs, again from Flutterby Designs. I wanted to really use some of the Flutterby collections. Seemed fitting, being that this is a picture from the retreat. And I had these two as a backing paper. I couldn't decide which I liked more. I wanted a bright one because it'll contrast well against the Gelli plate print because it's quite dark, but with the elements of the pink and the blue in it. Now I'm just trimming off, I think it's about 1 inch off around the edges. I think that's what it ended up being. There we go. Now the Scrap the Girls January challenge, it was a mood board. I had some photos on it, obviously, and some colours. Oh, no, I don't know if it really had the colours, but I did a little bit in the pictures. Anyway, decision time. So when I looked at it, the feeling I got, I guess, or thought I had was texture. So there was lots of like round, like flowery bits, and it just looked very textured. So that's what this layout is going to be consisting of. Things that are a bit textury, like the background still adds that element of texture and mixed media too, which was in there. So yeah, that's the feel for this layout. You'll be able to go back onto the blog and the Facebook group to see exactly what the mood board challenge is if you're interested. I mean, I know it's past that, but you never know, you might get some inspiration. But yeah, so I decided to get this, what is it called, Hessian? I don't know, I can't remember. I think I brought it from Kmart actually to do another project with a long time ago. So I'm using, to stick it down, I'm actually using some glossy accents because it is so strong at binding it. So I wanted to make sure it stuck really well to that background. Hessian blue stuff. Just making sure it really stuck. And then for another layer is this, what is it? Old sewing pattern paper. So I thought I'd add that on there. I was going to rip it, but then I was worried it wouldn't reach around. I wanted it to still give another border around the edge of the blue part of the Hessian, whatever it is. I know I'm probably calling it the wrong thing. I just can't think of what it's called. So I'm just going with that. Sorry, guys. And again, the glossy accents just because of the blue stuff. Making sure everything sticks down to it really well. Ideally, don't want things popping off. And it has stuck down. I haven't had any issues. It's not been put in a folder yet or anything, so an album. So it is just sitting there. So I hope everyone's well. As I said previously, just before, I do live in Canberra. It is the beginning of February. We are facing some pretty nasty bushfires close by. Not too close to me. They're about 20 k's from me or so. But they are very close to my family's homes. So they're getting ready to evacuate if they have to this afternoon, which is very scary. And as I said, you can hear lots of choppers and planes over my head. We can see the fire up on the mountains from my front veranda. We're actually up quite high, so we can see from a distance. So yeah, the conditions this afternoon are going to be very, very rough. My thoughts are with the emergency services people who are up there fighting it, because it's bloody hot here at 40 something degrees. I can't imagine what it's like up there and how scary it must be. So yeah, anyone who has family in the emergency services that have been out with these bushfires, thank you very much. It just seems like not enough to say that, but yeah, it's absolutely been a horrid few months here in Australia. Horrid few months. So what I'm doing here is these are some chipboard pieces, another element of texture, I guess, to the page. And what I've done is got some Posca paint pens, the pink and the blue one I have, and coloured them in, which was a process. It was a process. Lucky I'd sat down. I think it was the morning I did this, actually. That's probably why it changes, because I think I did the Gelli plate printing the night before, the afternoon before, and this was done early Sunday morning with the scrap stream in the background for me. Inky quill one. So just adding, as I said, in the photos for the mood board, there's lots of roundish kind of elements as well, or pictures, like flowers and those sorts of things. So I thought I'd add some circular patterns in, hence the Gelli plate print as well, just to bring that part of the mood board into the layout. All right, now, something I haven't used in so long, and I really wanted to use it when I was really back into scrapbooking, and these have been sitting on my shelf forever, is cork. Once upon a time, I remember watching lots of videos, and cork was used so much, and so I thought, I'm going to get me some. And I did start to use them and stamp on them and then put them through my die press and stuff like that. And then I just sort of stopped. So when I was looking for things to add texture and things to this layout, I thought, why not try these? So that's what I've done here. Punching out some little shapes, the punches I do have. So I think I've got a heart and some circles to add in that, and some a smaller heart as well. But again, I just thought it was another element of texture. Now, I didn't think these popped very well, so I got a black pen and outlined them a little bit, because they just didn't pop from the background very well. So I thought I just needed something, nothing major. I was going to stamp, and then I thought, nope, I don't want to do that. Wasn't in the mood for stamping. So I've drawn on those, stuck them down, and now it's up to the embellishments. So this pack of embellishments I have sitting here on this plate is the Heidi Swap, what is it called? Colour Fresh embellishments. I really like these actually. Sometimes I struggle with some of Heidi's collections. Sometimes they can be a bit florally for me. But this one I love. And I wish I'd brought like the paper pad and those sorts of things for it. But I didn't. I just used my tape runner to stick these acetate pieces down, and you can't really see the tape in the background, thank God. I was a bit worried about that when I'd already started to stick them. What else am I looking through? And these are some retro Hip Mama printables that I also was adding to it. She had a theme in one of her last issues that was friendship, so perfect for this layout. Alright, just flicking through now, adding some more elements of texture. I wanted to add some of these, what is it, papery flowers. Sorry for all the noise if you can hear it in the background. It's now lunchtime. So I think these these little ones, I'm not sure, I got as a gift, and then I think the pink ones are from the reject shop that you'll see. Alright, so just sticking those down. They did have their own adhesive on them, but some of them had started to peel off, so I just added some, and as you can see I'm using wet glue for everything, apart from the fact they're very heavy, so the adhesive tape runner, my ATG won't, I don't think, stick very well. I've also got the paint on the background, which is a bit gritty type feel, so I wanted to make sure obviously everything's stuck down. So that's all, I think, my texture bits. Oh no, do I add some things here? What do I add here? These containers have this container here has like buttons and some more little flowers, and that's it, these little gold hearts, which I think again I got from like a cheapy shop. I just thought they looked kind of cute and different. So I thought I'd add them in as well, just adding some more pops of colour. And just to tie in the gold pieces, I decided to add some gold splatters using my Kaiser Craft gold ink or mist. And then I think this might be finished. So I'll show you up close what it looks like. And as I said, you can go back onto the Facebook page and have a look for what the challenge was. Sorry, but I have some close-ups, 2 still photos coming up as well. So I hope you enjoyed this layout. If you have any questions about anything, please feel free to leave them in the comments below. But yeah, it'd be great if you could like and subscribe. I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.
Artlist.io